This week's Playwright Tip, story mapping. Because you can't figure out how to fix your play unless you know what the hell happened in it. Ionescu probably never used this. 13 pages, not even 10.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
I told you.
So if that shit drags, it's your fault. I'm gonna die in my bedroom, aren't I?
Or out of it, I don't know. I make no promises.
Story mapping. It's actually a really simple thing. Not all playwrights use it, but it's a good thing to keep in mind. Story mapping is where basically you chart out what the hell happened when in the play. This really only works when you're done with the play. Outlining is one thing before you've written the thing, but after it's done, because things change as you write it, it's really helpful to know what the hell happened in the play. So if you have any problems, you can backtrack and figure it out. There's actually a saying out there that in order to figure out the problem in scene 3, you have to go back to scene 1 sometimes. This I found is accurate. So to show you how story mapping works, I'm going to use an example. The best example I could probably use is something we all know, and so I'm going to use The Lion King. It's the circle of life. Just as a heads up, spoiler alert. This is how story mapping is going to work. I love whiteboards, as you can tell. First you start off with the circle of life, because that's how the whole show opens. And then you move into the Pride Lands, where Mufasa goes, everything the sun touches is our kingdom. After that, you move into I Just Can't Wait to Be King, and you go straight into Scar's thing with the hyena Nazis. Yep, they're hyena Nazis. Enough said. After that, you have the whole stampede, and Mufasa dies, and everyone cries. Then Scar says, go away and never return, and so he runs off, and all of a sudden, we move to Pumbaa, you know, because that's not an ersatz homosexual relationship right there. And you have Hakuna Matata. Now, in the stage musical, this ends Act 1. Act 2 opens with a nice, you know, one-on-one number with them singing in their African garb and whatnot. I feel like I offended someone with that one. Really, it's in the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. And once you have that, Nala returns, and can you feel the love tonight? It comes about. Once you have that, all of a sudden you have the monkey, which is probably one of my favorite scenes in any Disney movie. And once you have the monkey, you have Simba returning to Pride Rock, you have the big battle scene, and at the end, you get the end. And you come full circle with the ending looking like the beginning. It's the full circle of life. But that's basically how a story map works. You kind of break it down scene by scene and figure out what happens when, how does this scene affect the next one, and the next one, and the next one. So I bring it up this week because this is kind of what we had to do in our production meeting this week. So we broke down the play into segments, and we created a story map for the whole thing. We didn't break down scene by scene because, well, scenes work a little funky in my play. Random people playing Frisbee.
Exactly, see?
They're not actually playing Frisbee because
Hacky sack.
God forbid that goes...
Hacky sack.
Exactly, yeah, hacky sack.
That's not much better.
Yeah.
I'm like...
Assuming they're good at it, they can
Right.
keep it contained.
Yeah.
No, that's the problem, though.
But if they're not that good at it, they can play it off.
One bad thing. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm interrupting your scene. Walking away.
Yeah.
Honestly, we could build that into it.
The play's long enough.
Yeah, we don't need to...
No, it's like, as the dialogue is going,
Right.
it could add to
They
it.
can play it,
Right.
yeah.
Especially with
And the
Kimberly
actors can
stuff.
play.
Right.
Especially with Kimberly stuff.
I just want one douchebag with a guitar. That's all I want. It was really helpful to figure out when things happened and where things were placed. And considering that I had trouble remembering where certain things were, and it's my play, that's kind of problematic in itself. So it's really helpful to work as a team to figure this out. And also, we figured out where we could put in musical numbers and dance numbers and interject sequences and where we could move stuff. It was actually really insightful. However, now I have the whole play kind of looking over me as I sleep. Not creepy at all. I mean, just looking at the whole play, it's really intimidating. I'm not sure how we're going to get this all done in the short amount of time we have, and I have to constantly be thinking about that now. We're about 2 weeks in, and we got about 12 weeks to go before the thing goes up, so stay tuned.